I try to discover a little something to make me sweeter. Oh, baby, refrain from breaking my heart, 'cause I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue. That you give me no reason why you make me work so hard. That you give me no soul. I hear you calling. Oh, baby, please give me a little respect to me. That is my slaughtering of Erasure. Give me a little respect. But that goes in the point where we're going to start talking about YouTube content creating. It is kind of a thankless job, and you got to fight for respect in the community. But once you get it and once you build, it goes pretty good. You know, it's amazing to get people in chat like you. I want to say hello to MTG Hillbilly chilling with me.
What's up, everybody? How you doing today, Tortoise?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good morning. Well, so my wife is starting to seriously get into wanting to do her own YouTube content, right? And so I figured, why not do a live that she could watch? That kind of gives her advice. But anybody who watches get some advice. So going into content creating, because there's a lot of fears and stuff we have that go into content creating, a lot of creation, a lot of worries, like you imagine the comments you get, or sometimes just the lack of comments we get. It's insane. Oh man, so lots of stuff to cover. I don't know who's all jumping in. I sent links out to a bunch of people, but right now, for all I know, it's you and I. So let's make the best of it. Cool. Let's say hello to people. Let's say hello to Robert's Table, Mrs. Hillbilly. What's up? TCG Dude, you rocking it. Prime 406 Games. What? James Willis. Hey. Cosmic Seeds. Guten Tag. Yeah. It looks like Cosmic Seeds is here as well, even though I just mentioned his name, but he gets a double notice because he is cosmic. Hello, Stefan.
Well, how's everybody doing in chat today?
Yeah, how is everybody in chat? You guys having a chat?
If you need coffee, I brought the coffee beans today.
You are welcome, TCG Dude. Sorry, comment. Ooh, you are awesome, man. So, in my eyes, you're still kind of a growing YouTuber like I am. Mm-hmm. You know, none of us are extremely professional. We're both getting better at what we do as a craft.
Yep.
But man, there is so much going on. So much growth. Like not only in the subscriber we have, but we're always learning new things. Like I'm always learning something different for the streams. I'm always learning something different for like thumbnails or topic ideas. It kind of gets tough creating a topic idea every morning for the show. You know, mm-hmm. I find a motivation and I just run with it and build with it and I commit to it.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yeah,
run with it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I just find content creation fun. That's why I do it.
Right. And you got to find fun in it. And can you do me a favor here, Billy? You are kind of low on your volume. Can you just bump it up a little bit, please?
Okay.
Just a little bit.
All right. How's that?
That is awesome. You are awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if I was drowning you out, but yeah. I like hearing your voice. You got a sultry voice. So what are some things you feel like you struggle with in creating your content?
Deck ideas.
Deck ideas.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Hi.
know,
Hi.
I try to have a different deck every day,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard to come up with deck ideas that actually work.
So in a way, that's you can put that in the same list as coming up with like a show topic in a way. You
Right.
don't know what your show topic's always going to be, but you're trying to be different, unique. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want
See,
to put a deck out there that somebody else has already thought of and done. It's like right now on Arena, fairies are everywhere.
I bet.
I don't want to do a fairy deck just because of that. I want to be different,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
unique.
trust me, I completely understand when fairies were first standard amazing, like back in the Lauren days. I didn't want to build a fairy deck, so I built a zombie deck. Then I
Mhm.
built a red elemental deck. You know, some jank decks that really pushed a lot of heat and power.
Right.
You know, man. So, have you ever had any bullies in chat?
Yes.
Yeah. And how did that make you feel as a creator of your content? Like,
Yeah, that made me feel bad, like a piece of dirt. Put it like that.
right? Well,
And
one thing I want to nail in the fact of content creating it is until you break a certain surge, you are running a respectless job. You know, like no one respects you until you give them a reason to respect you.
right.
You got to demand respect the YouTube community, and that's something I've had to learn lately.
Yep.
Hence why I sang that little song in the beginning. That was for you, James, because I know how much you love Erasure. I'm kidding. I don't know if he even knows who they are.
Well, one thing I don't do on my stream, I don't say it. You've never heard, ever hear me say a curse word.
Mm,
Closest thing I say to a curse word is dag blaggit.
dag blag it. That's right. And that's
And
good.
that's all you
Because
hear.
that's
And, I,
good.
and I've had people come on there and cuss me, call me, uh,
Other words.
yeah, other words I prefer not to say here.
Mm,
And I have one of my manager mod that's been
mm.
with me from the get go. Made him manager mod, and he takes care of all my problems.
Yeah, as mods, we try to do that in general. Something happens like that in chat.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I want to let people know who might be new to the YouTube community: don't share your videos on Reddit. That's a bad idea.
What's
If you want
Reddit?
negativity, if you want negativity in your life and you want to feel like a total piece of crap, post your videos on Reddit. But if you want to feel like you want to do something good and get good response, post it on Facebook instead. People are more respectful on Facebook than they are on Reddit. I've learned the hard way. I did that for 3 months and I went through a lot of crap. I got some views, but I went through a lot of crap. And it just only toughened me. And which is nice, be toughened because I'm a very emotional person. So I needed to harden up. But with YouTube, you live in a world of expectations now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people expect you to have a good thumbnail. People expect you to have a good video. But the truth is, you want to be you on YouTube. You want to not be anything but you, but you got to demand respect by being you. Like there's a saying my wife would say, and it was an interesting aspect to transfer over when you're talking to kids because she used to work at a daycare, and affirm your the way you affirm your status for respect with kids is the same way on YouTube is you say what you mean and you mean what you say. And
Mm-hmm.
with YouTube it's the same way. And even if you make a mistake on YouTube, you own that mistake and you roll with that mistake and you correct that mistake when you can. You let people know when you flaw because if someone tries to put you on a pedestal of being perfect, they're putting you on a higher pedestal than you really are on,
Yep.
you know?
I ain't perfect. I'll admit I ain't perfect. Wish I was, but I ain't. Prime is the one that's perfect.
Yeah, Prime is perfect. Prime is the amazing guy. He's like, no one beats Prime. Like, Prime puts up perfect content all the time. Like, he posts up a video, oh man, it's golden.
Yep.
No swear words, perfect communication, a straight, stern face. He says what he means what he says. Perfect cut hair, handsome, good looking, a supermodel. Prime, you know about you.
Yep. We know all your secrets, Prime.
Right? Well, so one thing I try to break with community that no one ever does in community is I try to enhance the community my own way. You know, I'll make a logo for somebody, an intro for somebody. Like I'll try to find someone who's struggling with something I know I can help out with, and I'll try to help out with that. I mean, guaranteed, I just don't do it for free anymore. Now, at least not on average. If I do something for free, it's because I'm feeling pretty good. But I've learned not to be taken advantage of, and people will do that on YouTube. Like you can post up a video, and someone will not care about the quality or time of work it took to make that video, even on a live. You know, it's not always easy doing a live and always being talkative or creative. So like you plan things out, you put things together, you know, you try your hardest to put up a good video and people just shit on your video.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They would do.
I reserve my sailor mouth for off the clock, right? That's funny. Do you guys know another guy named Prime other than one I know? Right? So one thing I want to cover about this topic of being content creator is breaking expectations. So one thing my wife and I have talked about, and spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil an intro I made for her later today. But you got to learn to break expectations on YouTube, all right? Like people think when you start a video or when you start a YouTube channel and have like 5 videos up, they're going to act like you have this whole thing pat down already.
Right.
You don't, you know, like before you got your stream deck, you didn't know how to do that stuff until you started learning into it and looking into it because that's something you wanted.
Yep.
Thumbnails. You don't know how to do thumbnails perfectly, so you have to study into it. It is a walk engaging process. It's not like we all go get a college degree in YouTube and start YouTube. No, my journey's taken me about 7 years to even progress. 7, just to even get comfortable enough to talk like I am on the live right now. Like that's one of my biggest faults is how I sound. Right? I'm always worried about how I sound, but I've learned to listen to what I say. Like I have to pay attention to what I say. I got to listen to the words I'm saying, and I got to try to say it in a way that conveys energy, which is interesting because you can tell I've learned to talk a lot easier with streams, right? But that was not an easy journey. Like this new microphone makes me feel confident. Like you see how I'm going around the microphone talking like a little bird pecking at food. Yeah, that's Tortoise right now. But you know, another thing with breaking expectations is you gotta let people know that you're faulty, like you are not perfect. Because if you try to put up and produce a good video, and let's say you are successful at producing a good video, it doesn't mean you can always can that lightning in a jar. You know,
Right.
sometimes you get lucky. Not all my MTG3 videos are hits. Some of them are. You know, some videos are just better than others. Some lives that we do are better than others, you know, like better than some other ones we done. It's always hit and miss. So you just have to roll with the punches of learning to be confident in yourself.
Yep. Some of my lies are crap. I mean, literally crap.
Mm-hmm.
Where I make some decks, they not work whatsoever.
Right.
The idea behind the deck does not work.
Right. And see, that's a good way to put an analogy on content creating. Not all your ideas will work. The important part is you're coming up with ideas. You want to get the brain going, get the juices flowing. You want to go crazy, ham. You want to experiment. Like, how did I know this stupid morning coffee was going to be as popular as it was? I decided one day I'm up this early and this is the perfect time to make a stream because no one's really streaming at this time. And it's the time I'm waking up to do a conversational piece. I'm like, let's do it. And man, the traction has gotten it. In fact, I got this hillbilly guy who decided he wanted to be a part of the show, and now he's become a permanent fixture because look at him. He likes being awesome. Then having the special guest, people when they're off work can join. Like, anybody who's part of the Discord, the Tortoise Discord can join the chat. They just got to ask,
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
But I enjoy being here.
Right. Then we try to make an enjoyable experience for you to be here,
Yeah.
and for other people. We want, and part of the experience is and another tip for content creating is learning to love the process,
Right.
because there's a point when the process feels like work, and that's when you start losing inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start learning to love the process of creating, like I get into the enjoyment of creating thumbnails. Like I'll get creative with a thumbnail and I'll like it. I'll get creative with the AI generator, coming up with image ideas, and I'll make a thumbnail out of it. I like perfection as my perfectionist can be because I'm not very perfect, but I like trying to be perfect. But another thing that's really good is another thing that's a good thing to do is you can't set an image for yourself, right? So everybody out there, I want you to know, if you're not a content creator, this will make sense to you later, but for those who are content creator will understand perfectly. You do not create an image for yourself on YouTube. Like, you
Right.
can create a logo, you can create thumbnails and everything, but really the chat, the audience forms the image you have of yourself. All you do as a content creator is guide the process. You guide the process. You do what you want. The chat finds out what you want. The audience discovers and shows you what they want, and that forms you as a content creator to create content. I
Just
mean,
just you know, just like a train. Imagine a train. The
mm,
content creator is the engine,
mm,
but you cannot get goods, which is the viewers,
mm,
to which are the cars to deliver the goods, which is the content.
right.
It takes the viewers to deliver the content. I
It's
mean,
actually a good idea, a good
some,
thought.
I mean, it's somewhat like that. I mean, yeah, it takes the content creator to make the content, but it takes the viewers to make the channel
Right.
be successful.
And that's a good metaphor for it too. Like the viewers will shape the way the channel is growing.
Right.
Because the truth is you can't grow without the viewers there. You can't grow without the subscribers. When we get TCG dude, James Willis, the most awesome of subscribers. If you didn't know, James Willis is like a super cool subscriber. He even got his own special command that he does not like putting in chat anymore because he's too humble, too modest. Then we got Cosmic Seeds, Stefan, being amazing, right? With it, he adds his flavor to the channel. Prime, man, he makes his channel pretty good. He makes his channel pretty decent. With that Prime Tortoise show we have, that's to 4:30 p.m. CDT time. So, yeah, that was a shameless plug. The Prime Tortoise show is one thing that makes his channel, and that's two people. The morning coffee is Hillbilly and Tortoise right now, right? I mean, that's pretty cool. And like it's the people who make the channel's image So you can't go in expecting to look like Superman if people are looking at you like the Flash or Batman or maybe another character. You got to develop your character. Like I came up super fast Tortoise, but never did in my life that I think I was going to be doing live content like this, talking to people. You know, so you gotta. So one thing I want to get into the realm of is you got to learn your strengths in YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to learn what you're good at, and the truth is, you don't always know what you're good at. So that's why you got to try different things. And if you don't know what you're good at, and you don't know how to know what you're good at, is if you try something new and it feels kind of natural and easy to do, that means you're good at it. So do
Yep.
it. Work with it. You don't know your audience until your audience knows you. That's another thing I want to put on. Like you don't know your audience until your audience knows you. You got to build up an audience and you got to build up communication in the system, which is hard because you know how many years I've put up content and I didn't receive a single content or comment in the comment section, or if I did, it was someone just being overly critic or mean or giving something bland. You don't get good criticism in your content for a while. Yeah, there are some communities that really dig into the content creation of or comments of the content creators, which is nice. All right.
I don't hardly get comments on my videos. Of course, all my videos are live.
You don't. Like my last MTG3 video, you wouldn't have known because the way I covered it, I only had one comment that actually covered my question of the day. And there was a long time I didn't receive a lot of comments. In fact, the way Willis and I became really good friends is he actually gave me a comment about my cube, about a dragon that felt like it didn't fit in my cube. And I looked at it and I made the change and I started talking to him through the comment section. And through the comment section, we started getting friendly. Hey, zombie, what's up?
Zombie.
So, now James Willis is an anomaly of what a special subscriber can be. Like him and I have a built relationship that's gone on for a while. Like I'm not going to become best friends with everybody in the comment section like James Willis and I have become, because that is something that's unique, and that's something I'm not going to try to replicate on purpose. Through DJ Longhair, I met Prime. Prime 406 Games has become a really good friend of the channel. And I can't say that without DJ Longhair, this channel wouldn't be where it is today, because if it wasn't for the reach I got from his channel and people liking the Tortoise, because one thing, I could have been on DJ's channel, but people liking me was its own thing. So two things worked for me in ongoing DJ's channel. So got to think that. So the community is a good thing, and what I learned is I try to help the community where I can, because karma is a bitch. If you don't treat karma right, you're going to be treated badly.
Exactly.
If you treat karma good, karma's going to kiss you back.
Yep. What goes around comes around.
Exactly. And that's part of YouTube, and that's why I try to stay positive. That's why I hate negativity, because negativity only breeds more negativity.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
I had one viewer one time. I guess it was a viewer that came in on my live stream, and they called me a name, and my moderator caught it, took a snapshot of it,
Right.
emailed it to me. And then after they emailed it to me, I sent the email, or sent an email to Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what happened, but as far as I know, what I'm thinking is that person got banned from Arena.
Right.
Just because they came on to a live show and caused a big disturbance.
Ooh.
A bunch of negativity. You don't go on somebody's stream and call them a name. That's a big no-no.
Good.
Just because you got beat. That's a big no-no.
Yep. Yep. And you know what? There's a lot of people out there who will be negative on purpose. Like they'll just troll to be trolling.
Yeah.
You know, you can't troll. If you don't want to troll and you don't want trolls, you got to be the person who controls it. Now, there used to be a time when people tell you if someone leaves a negative content in your comment box or your comment section, just to leave it. And people respond. People will have a conversation, get in arguments, and that'll build up the algorithm for YouTube. And I don't know if it works like that anymore or not. But I never liked that idea because I don't want someone coming into my comment section and seeing something negative and getting a negative response for my show.
Right. I understand it from your point of view. But their point of view, I understand it too, but I don't want my channel to grow with a negative effect.
That's right, Stefan. I did. But yeah, like you got to get past the negativity and you got to not care about the negativity. And that's one thing I'd like to hone in on really quick is in the comment sections and of how people respond to you or people being negative. You really must not hold on to any of that feeling. It's like they don't know you. They don't mean it personally to you. They're just being dicks, little fuckers, if I could say, and I'm gonna swear, because people who are just negative and mean for no reason, just trolling you, trying to get a rise out of you. You just gotta not care. In my case, I just delete the message, and I hide it. Yeah, I hide their comments because I want my place to look like a happy, friendly place, not a negative place.
Exactly.
And there are times I get comments that are just straight up negative. Now, I don't mind a constructive criticism comment because sometimes we need that. And you got to work with what you got to make the world better. You know, and the world around you better is making your world of your channel reachable to the viewers that you want to reach.
I mean, there's criticism is good. Negativity is not. And there's a difference between criticism and negativity.
Yes, there is.
And it's easy to figure out, easy to spot.
Right.
People like that brings in all that negativity.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let them go. They got to go.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because the biggest difference between being negative and having a negative feeling criticism is one leaves you empty and the other one gives you direction. You know, criticism will tell you how you need to perform or how you need to improve. Straight up negativity does nothing for you other than just make you feel down.
Makes you feel down, mad, angry.
Oh my lord!
Want to reach through that computer and just punch them.
SFT said bad words. Oh my lord! Oh, really quick. I gotta check on something because I think I have a command. Yep, it's still there. Oh, for you, James. I don't remember what the command does, but it's a command. There you go. There you go.
But I always worry about kids. What if I'm streaming? I say a swear, say a cuss word or swear word, whatever you want to call it, and that kid sees it. I don't want a kid to see it. I want my content to be, kid friendly. In case a kid does come on YouTube and sees my channel.
Right. See, I don't really worry too much about what kids are going to see with my content, but I do worry that some adults watching my video and a kid might be watching with him. So I do watch kind of what I do to keep it more kid friendly. But I don't want to be noted as a kid friendly show. So yeah, I'll be as adults as I am, but I try to keep something. I'll keep something in the realm of respectful, because kids hear swear words all the time and stuff. But it's how you present yourself, and you want to present yourself in the way that's more viewer friendly, because kids will grow up one day. Maybe they'll want to watch your show.
Right.
All right, Zombie, have fun at work.
I just try to be out there, kid friendly, but adults,
right?
Too. And
right.
That's one reason why I don't say swear words on my channel.
Right, and you got to have fun.
Exactly.
Like you need to find enjoyment, and I can't hone in on that too much. Or not enough, I should say. I can't hone on that idea not enough. Can't really sink it in as much. You got to have fun. If it ain't fun, don't do it.
Right.
But sometimes if you have a certain direction you want to go to, sometimes you got to work to the point where you're having fun.
Exactly.
All right.
But I don't care about working. I just want to have fun.
Right.
That's all I want to do is just have fun. I find making content. Yeah, it's arena content, but I still find it, having fun. I'm still able to play a game I like, which is Magic.
Right.
Although I can't play it in paper because my LGS, all they do is Commander.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have any standard at all.
Right.
So I do my standard, so I'm able to do my standard on arena.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's getting hard for people to go to shops nowadays to play. Mm-hmm. So, do you guys want to see my wife's new intro?
Sure.
Chat. I heard you. I want to know what chat thinks. You want to see the new intro I made her? It's pretty awesome, pretty sweet.
Oh, okay, I see what you think about me now.
Yeah. Right.
My opinion don't matter.
I want chat to respond. I want to see if they want to see how cool it is. I think I showed James Willis, but I don't know if you watched it or not. But like, so my wife wants to get into a kind of a tight-knit community of budgeting and saving money and people playing games doing such. And yeah, James, he's like, I already seen it. He's too cool. He gets like the super Patreon stuff. Yeah. Ooh, we got someone said post it. All right. So she wants to get into budget, and to explain this intro really quick. She wants to budget money. She wants to save money. And I found some cool clips to use online, like free clips to use online, and put some AI art to it. And it's very staple. Here's this, and that. And there it is. But it has a kick-ass song to go with it because she wanted something soft and melodramatic. And she feels like it's a step forward and something that she wants to do. So let me show you.
Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
Nice.
That's pretty solid. Do it, Robert. Robert. Hi, Robert. I haven't seen you in a bit. You've been hiding and lurking in the background. That's the way I like my Pooh Bears. Not kidding. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Riblets Gaming. Yeah, so she loves frogs, or I like turtles. She wanted to do something frog-like with her channel. Originally, she wanted to try to do a gaming channel, but that was hard to break into. Thank you, Stefan. I made that in 3 hours.
Nice.
A lot of it was research. And maybe later I'll play it again because it is pretty fire. Like I worked so hard on that, did a lot of research because three of the main parts of that video is stock image, but finding certain stock image is just so hard, especially on the realm of being free.
I need to get me a better intro.
I didn't know you had it really an intro. You need an intro? I could probably conjure up something.
Okay.
But
right now I got a picture that Feldy made for me.
Feldy's good at making pictures. He's like if I was to be honest, I'd say Feldy's a better graphic designer than I am, but he probably has better training than I do. I got my training from Job Corps, and that was here's a book, go through this thing and do what you want. And that's pretty much it. Where he probably had more structure, more goals, more desires. But like where I was trained though was to have fun with the project, go with the project, and I enter contests to win. Every contest I entered to win at Job Corps to win a prize, I won.
Nice.
Most of the time, first place, sometimes third place, and one time second place. So like the confidence in me was learning to do what I enjoy and go with it and be creative. Frog and a tortoise living life together. That's right. It's a hop, skip, and a jump in a pond, James Willis.
Yep.
Mass hysteria. Cats and dogs living together. It's gonna be apocalyptic. I said the apocalyptic wrong. All right. I know it's a little late in the show, but what do you guys think about the cold opening I did? The singing of the song. Did you like it? Was that something interesting? I was trying to do something about a little respect because, well, I wanted to start the show saying, YouTube is a respectless job. Like it's basically a job, and you don't get respect for it until you surpass a certain point in your life of YouTube. And I thought a little respect was the perfect light for that bit. Thank you, Erasure, for creating that song. Please don't demonetize me. Excuse me. Oh. But like, plus, I'm always trying to find ways to be a little more interesting. The musical styling super fast Tortoise. Yeah, that's right. The musical styling is very talented. I know. I just hope America's Got Talent doesn't find me because I wouldn't know what to do with all that money, rich and famous. It's just too much. Like, I would sing you happy birthday on your birthday, but then again, I might be scattered and someone might make me rich and famous, and I don't want to forget where I came from because I might lose myself in all that rich and fame.
This is kind of like a podcast.
That's what it is.
Oh. I like it though.
Yeah, that's the morning coffee. It's a morning show where people can chat, join in when they want, and we talk about a subject. That is exactly what a podcast is.
Well, true.
Yeah. Right. So you are not wrong, Mr. Hillbilly.
Thought I was.
The peas in a podcast. That's right. A peas in a podcast. I'm pretty sure there's a podcast probably named that. 2 peas in a podcast, I believe, is the name of a podcast. I'm not going to research it now, but I'm pretty certain that it's there. And if you're still watching, don't forget to...
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not, Megatron. Cybertron shall remain as you leave it.
Claim full 6 games.
I wish I could have coffee there, Robert. I still ain't got my dang gone surgery day.
Yeah.
I don't know when they're going to do it. We should go ahead and call me and say, hey,
right.
go to the hospital and get it done.
Right? Wouldn't that be
Go.
nice?
Really, I was like, let's go. Let's get it done. Get her done. I'm ready.
All right. So one thing I want to touch on when becoming a YouTube creator for those who are thinking about it. Something that's very important, probably one of the most important things you can learn from today's show. So important that you do not want to forget this. All right. You don't want to forget this little aspect. All right. The most important thing you can learn about doing YouTube content is don't be afraid to fuck up.
Exactly.
Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Everything is correctable and it ain't going to ruin your image. I mean, unless you do or say something that's personally offensive to like a whole world of people, you know, don't be afraid to, if you actually drop something, if your voice cracks, if you have to cough a little, if you have to be different. Like if something happens out of control, like if a cat went running through my house and went and shook the table because it's a fat cat that barely can run and somehow can run now, that it's going to happen. You know, image is how you live as a person on YouTube. It is not a perfected thing that you have. I mean, look at Hillbilly. He's a very humble person, and I don't mean that disrespectful, but he lives a very humble personality that comes off. It's what makes his content enjoyable.
I
You know,
am me. I am
that's
humble.
right. You are you. Oh, Mater, also known as Larry the Cable Guy. Yep.
Yep, he's the one that says get her done.
All right. Yeah. But it's amazing stuff. Like I said, don't be afraid to mess up.
I mess up all the time playing arena, all the time. But
Right.
I look at it like I don't care. I just keep on going.
The link for Ravnica Remastered, if y'all want to talk about that card.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this link. There's no card other than they're showing art for Crinkle the Mob Boss. Crinkle the Mob Boss. What's this? I don't know. Let me check. Making arena mistakes suck, especially if you are doing the ladder.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, it does. However, I don't do the ladder.
Mm-hmm. Well, it only sucks because you have to work harder and redo stuff, right?
Right. I don't do the ladder. I just try to have fun.
Right, but like last Friday, I was playing Metroid Prime and I died so many times to this stupid boss, and I had to keep going back and going back. But every time I did it, I kept getting a little bit better and better. My memory kept working a little bit more and more, so I didn't have to redo the things over and over as struggleless and arduous. Thanks to Aaron P in chat, helping me with the game because I suck at Metroid. People love the fact that you're human when you're streaming, and they love the fact that you're fallible because it makes them feel relatable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being relatable is not trying to relate with somebody on a personal level, but being relatable is letting people know that you're relatable because you're fallible too. Because, like, I don't want to put up a perfect image that I can play this console game perfectly without dying. No, people, if I ever play this, people are going to see how much I struggle or how bad I'm at the game just button mashing, you know? It's the journey that makes the content creator, not the destination. If that makes sense.
I also try to, involve my viewers in my streams. I like, doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always, yeah, because I'm also always constantly telling people, if you want to play a game, here's my gamer tag. Send me a friend request, and we'll play.
Mhm.
Just let me know what format, historic or standard.
Right. And you know what? Like in the same vein, one of the future desires I have for this channel is I want viewers who are subscribed to my channel and who are part of my Discord to be able to jump on this live and chill with us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of community I want to build. I want to build a community where people can see the growth and the changes that happen through the viewers. You know, sometimes maybe Zombie will be on, maybe Cosmic Seeds will be on, or Robert will be on again. James Willis, I'm setting you aside because you're never coming on the show to berate me and tell me how bad of a person I am. No, I'm kidding. James Willis doesn't want to be live on a computer at all. So we're not gonna let him side. But you know, if he would want to, I'd let him join the table. TCG dude, yo buddy. If you wanted to jump on the live and you were on Discord, I'd let you jump on the live. No problem at all. Like I want kind of like the round table that DJ has, but I want something to be real and fluent, like lucid, like a dream. I want people to feel comfortable with the aspect, not. I want people to feel lucid with the aspect of being on the show, but not feel like they have to be structured, but keep to a topic. You know,
Right.
let's all chip in and get James a setup so he can yell at us, right? Well, what we need to do for James Prime, and I think you can agree, we need to get him a little GoPro he can stick on his cane so he can give us images of what his cane looks like when he shakes it up in the air at the clouds, yelling at the sun that it's too hot. Oh, you're actually rewriting your PC setup right now, listening on the phone. Nice.
Cool.
It's
That's
the
something I
fun.
couldn't. That's something I don't know how to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to put together a PC. But you see, the community I desire for the creep is I want people to feel like they can be themselves.
Right.
You know, everybody's going to come on with their own image for their own channels if they have a channel, right? If you have a YouTube channel, you're going to try to represent your channel the way you are. But I want you to feel relaxed. I want you to be able to say a swear word if you want to swear. I mean, personally, as long as you don't string like 5 swear words in one sentence, I'm pretty cool with that. If you drop the F-bomb or say shit, I'm fine with that. You know, as long as it ain't like every other word that's going to demonetize the whole channel. but I want people but I don't want people to feel like they have to not be themselves. Because some people just swear like sailors. So that's fine. Ooh, changing the backdrop.
Yeah, that's what Feldy made me.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that's right, Prime. Just like you.
Ever since he made this for me, I've been using it.
Yeah, that's a good stream starting soon sign. I didn't know where he got it. Like I could see it's a. I don't know if he use Photoshop or Illustrator, but I know he has the heavy programs. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Prime has a potty mouth. That's right. That's why you got to flush everything Prime says down the toilet. I'm kidding. That's a smack dab. I feel Feldy's hillbilly pick stands out good. No, it does.
Sorry about that.
You're good. It's part that happens.
Yeah, well, I only got my phone on because I'm waiting on that dang on doctor to call me and say, hey,
No, I get it.
Surgery.
I get it. No, I wouldn't be able to stop it if someone called me. Like if someone important called me, I can't reject any calls really because I never know if it's an important call. So
I get a lot of spam calls, so I reject them all.
Right, I get that.
Once they're out my area code, that's when I answer.
Right, and see, people, that happened on the live. We got a phone call, and it's not hindering us. It's not hurting us. It's something that happened. We were just rolling with. You got to be okay with changes. Like in a normal circumstance, we'd hope that wouldn't happen, but it ain't a big deal that it did happen. You know, You just gotta be okay with
Usually I have my phone on do not disturb. Then when my phone rings, it goes straight to my voicemail.
right. Straight to the voicemail. Ooh,
But,
ha 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 ha.
but I can't do that right now because I'm waiting on that dang on doctor.
Right, it's very important.
Yep, and it's taking them forever to get this dang on thing done.
Well, have you ever seen a hillbilly's kidney? Man, I do not deny them the fact. No, I'm kidding. A hillbilly's kidney is like 50% alcohol, the rest kidney. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke, people who just tuned in. I'm not being serious. Oh, man. So, is there any advice the chat wants to give for content creating since you're here? Like, I know you can't be on the live right now because you're doing important things, but is there something you want us to mention? James Willis, I keep putting my phone on airplane mode, but the damn thing doesn't fly me anywhere. Oh, my Lord. Dad jokes. We love those. Especially when I throw it, James. Right?
I don't even like talking on my phone. It's a tool to me. Call somebody, tell them what you need to say, then hang up.
Right. Like phone is a tool. It's a nifty tool. But one thing I want to say is if you're being a content creator and all by yourself, and say you don't have a graphic designer, say you don't have a thumbnail editor or an intro maker, you can't afford it, you're gonna have to learn that stuff. There's free programs like Inkscape is good for designing. If you ever used a version of Illustrator before, GIMP is a free version of Photoshop, not as powerful but still good. There's cheap video editors out there, but if you want to go live, go live. Do what you got to learn your stride, right? You got to learn your stride if you want to be in the game. You got to learn to improve because your thumbnails got to sell the clicks. Does that make sense? You got to sell the clicks.
Since we're talking about content creators, I met this one. He never done a lot. He's pretty new. He's growing pretty fast though, but he's never done a live before. His first live was right before early access. He was asking me stuff like, "How do I do it? How do I go live?" I'm like, "Well, it's simple. You just pretty much just go live and be yourself." But yeah, he was having problems accepting friend requests on Arena. I mean, he was pretty jumbled up.
You're gonna have those mistakes.
Yep.
You just got to learn from them. You can't let it drag you down.
I invited him to try to get Streamlabs.
Right.
So invite him to one of my streams. That way I can show him how I do it.
Right. And I don't know who this guy is, but if he's a nice dude, you can always invite him to the Tortoise. Went on our morning show so he can get used to talking to people or joining chat because
he's a teacher.
That's fine.
So he teaches school a lot, so he probably wouldn't be able to unless it's on Saturday.
Right. Well, like I said, if he ever can, there's Saturdays and Sundays. If he wants to join, he can.
Yep.
If he wants to get into a community that will help him build, we're that community. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We want to be the community of accepting people. Oh, here's some advice Cosmic Seeds Stefan says, pretty much be yourself. Don't worry. Different. Don't worry. Different. Don't worry about being different. or how you sound live video on recording, you will always sound different. Yes, you always sound different recorded. That is very true.
Exactly.
Yes, I had to figure that out myself there, Cosmic.
Hey,
So
Tim Bob.
Tibalt's apprentice, what's up? How's Tibalt doing? Whoop whoop. We're talking about content creators. Did you want to join and talk about content creation and steps that it takes, or you just chilling out and chat?
All you gotta do is ask for a link, and it'll send a link in the Discord. And all you gotta do is just click on that link. And it'll bring you to the setup page on StreamYard here, and
That
you'll be
bald
able to
guy.
join.
Yeah, that bald guy in the clip in the thumbnail was AI generated. It was a neon gamer guy with a transparent background and beard. A balded neon gamer guy with a beard with a transparent background, which the background wasn't transparent, but I had to cut it out. Woo! Look how amazing.
Yep.
You just waking up. That's fine. That's cool. That's cool. We're just chilling, vibing out, checking out.
Yep.
Thank you guys for liking the video so far. Thank you for liking the live and all the chat. And if you're new to the channel and you're just listening in, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying what's going on. If you want more of this conversational topic going on, we'll do it.
Okay. I want to say one thing about that last video you did about your 1,000 subs giveaway. I like that. It was fun.
Which one? I've done several.
You had me in it.
Oh, the MTG3.
Yeah.
The MTG3, yeah.
I want to see some girl.
Yeah, well, like I was hoping the green screen effect would have been better, but I played around with it because I don't know if you noticed because how fast the clip goes at the bottom says super budget special effects. But I worked with what I got because you know what? Another good piece of advice in YouTube: work with what you got. If you want to stick to it, just make it your own. Just own up to it. Like the green screen effect didn't work out as 100% as I wanted it to. So I still used what I had because I wasn't going to ask Hillbilly for another clip.
I wouldn't have cared.
Doing that clip.
I wouldn't have cared.
Right. I get that now. But like I took what I had and I just rolled with it. Because you know what? Sometimes Tortoise is janky and janky is what Tortoise is. And I just totally rolled with it. Like I thought putting the super budget special effects comment at the bottom just like made it better because you know people who noticed that have said that are going to laugh like, dude, that's hilarious.
Yep. I was not expecting that. When I seen that, as soon as I seen my face come on, I just started laughing.
Did you guys talk about how long it took you to get into creating? Like what exactly do you mean by that comment? Because I've been creating for years now, like several years, but like,
yeah, me too.
Like for YouTube, I started to be more serious about 3-4 years ago now. Has it been? It's been about 5 years actually. 4 to 5 years.
Almost 3 for me.
Right. And what is it? And the process started to argue. So I used to hand make every frame in my videos, like every frame for like deck techs and stuff. And I started getting into deck techs, in which I know I could grow as a channel as a deck tech creator, but I don't like making decks that I don't own very much. Like I won't cover a deck that I don't own and be comfortable about it. And I only have like 7 to 10 decks, and I can't really go past that. But there's a lot of content that's the community, like people who talk about Magic, their finances of Magic, people who play the game of Magic, and people have inside Magic. Like one thing I've been learning on trusting and having faith in is that the community will provide for me, right? And what I mean is I'm learning for the morning coffees to base my content off what I consume as a content enjoyer and what I learn from other people. And I take my own opinions and my own spin on it because, of course, we have our own opinions, our own thoughts that I have to share them, and I don't have always an open platform to share with them. So that's why I created the morning coffee. It's because there'd be times I'd be like on DJ's Roundtable or maybe another live, and I don't have enough time or a perfect platform to share my 100% thought process. So like I go off what I want. Like if I see a card, I'll spoil it if I really, 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 really like it. But like my MTG3 content, thank you. That's a good answer. Yeah. The 3 girl video is damn cool indeed. I was laughing hard. Nice. But like my MTG3 series, I tried doing top 10 cards. I tried doing top 5 cards. But I really hated going through different cards and going through a list and explaining like 15, 20-minute videos on why these cards are cool or where I'd use them. Then I realized everybody's doing this kind of video. Now I could get popular by doing these kind of videos, but what I wanted to do, what inspired me to be on YouTube is, if you remember an old channel a long time ago that used to be number 1 on YouTube's list, was Ray William Johnson's equals 3 videos. Now, those videos are cringy in today's light, like very cringy. But I really love the format of covering 3 simple topics and like 3 simple clips on the video and giving your opinion and making jokes about it. And that's what inspired me to want to do YouTube. So I'm like, let's try MTG3 where I cover 3 cards that I like, because it's easier to cover 3 cards that you like, and you can fish for cards that you like and talk about them. Then you can shine a light on 3 different cards within 10 minutes, and it is easier to do with 5 or 10 different cards. And I don't talk as fast as I normally do, like I am right now. And I'm like, well, 3 cards is the best option to go on. The one time Johnny in chat, Johnny Zert, it's like, why don't you do, what would be cool is if Tortoise did MTG3 combos. And I'm like, combos? Now you're breaking my brain. And I'm like, wow, breaking my brain. It's like, I never thought about putting combos together because I have a hard enough time talking about single cards. Well, so it took me a bit, and it took me a while, and it's going to take me a while to do it, to finish the set. But then I started doing combos based off the guilds. I got Rakdos combos up there. I got Simic combos. I got, was it Boros combos? I don't know what's all up there. I know I got 4 different guilds right now. I'll get 10 done when I'm done with it. But having 3 different cards and 3 different topics to talk about, it's been a lot easier to do and cover. And now I used to do that show weekly, but I can't do that show weekly because it takes me a while to form up an idea, make a thumbnail that's really good for it, and come up with and research the combos I want for it, because I just don't willy-nilly just pick any combos, even though the Gruul combos were hard to do, because you know how hard it is to look up Gruul combos and none of it being Gruul turf combos. That's annoying. Now, I'm pretty sure I could have searched out Facebook and stuff, but I went with combos I loved and enjoyed myself, because the point of MTG3 is to talk about combos and cards I love. The Gruul Turf combo I have on that list, I never personally used, but it is a Gruul Turf combo I would use in a Gruul Turf deck. If I ever had Kadama East Tree, and I know I have a Talus Provisioner somewhere, but if I had Kadama's East Tree, I'd put it in my Naya deck. But one of my favorite combos from that list was like one of my favorite old time combos was the Hellkite Charger and Bear Umbra. Because I used to run that in Cube back in the day, and I used to run it in Standard too, and I loved it, and I had good times with it. So it was like one of my favorite things to do back in the day. So MTG3 videos are there to support what I love, and I want to share that with the world, and that's the inspiration for making those kind of videos. That was a long-winded answer, but thank you for following along.
Well, I guess it's my turn to answer that question. All right. What got me into content creating is I made friends with this one streamer. Goes by MTG Brew Lab. And anyway, I made friends with him. Been with him ever since his channel started. He had to take his wife is a traveling nurse. She'll do her job one country, then she's traveling across to another country, being a nurse there and everything. And he had to take some time off and travel with her. Well, when he took that time off, I was like, well, he's making content. Now he can't do it. What the heck? I guess I'll try it. And I tried it. And when I first tried it, I was like, I don't know about this. I tried it again. Yeah, I like this. It's going to be fun. So then I've been content creating ever since. And I love it, and I still love it. You got a link to your Discord there, Tortoise?
Yeah, Cosmic Sea just put it up there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, at the multiple. Yeah, hold on. In the future, you can put that comment in there. Boom, let's go. All right. Yeah, see, if you put the X-Men Potion Discord, put the permanent link up. Simple. So if you want to do that later on, you can. So you don't have to search out and get out of chat if you don't want to.
I need to I have to get in my Discord once a week to get a link for my Discord to work.
Let me try that out. Nope, the invite's still good.
Cool.
I'm just waiting for confirmation here, General. I'm trying to find Debolt. I don't know if he's in yet.
But anybody that has Streamer Labs, you want to join in on Arena with me, you're more than welcome. All you gotta do is get into the game or here on YouTube when I'm streaming and let me know.
All right, so I'm waiting for confirmation there. Oh.
Trying to get there.
All right, so let me know. You're good. I'm just waiting for a little notification saying you joined the Discord and I can reach out to you. Yes. Really quick. I'm going to blow you up so I can refill my coffee.
Now, you need to get into Superfast's Discord. Because you get into his Discord, he'll be able to message you with a link to join the stream here. Because I can't send the link because I'm a guest. Otherwise, I would. You can see me. All right. Just wait right there because he'll have to add you to the stream. Right now, Superfast, I like he stepped away for a minute. So just stick right there. You see him on there super fast?
Let's see him in Discord.
He said he can see me, but not you.
But the link I sent was for my channel.
Right.
All right. So I'm not seeing Tibalt's Apprentice. Try that again. How do you not see me? If that's all right, let's try that again.
I don't understand.
I should be. I'm putting in the link again because that is the link directly to my channel.
Yep.
To my Discord.
You got to join the Discord, and then after you send, I tell you what, join the Discord, and then once you join the Discord, send Tortoise a DM, private message, and then he'll be able to send you a link for that private message. Try it, that might be able to try it like that, and that'll be,
Yeah, I can't even find him on yours. Ooh.
Can't find him on mine. He's on there.
Let's see.
In mine. I don't know which part of it. I would have to pull it up.
Yes. Shouldn't be struggling too much. No. All right. Interesting. That's funny. I can't find it. Unless your name's not Tibalt's Apprentice on Discord. You have another name on Discord?
Yeah, Max Saxon. MADSAXXON 001.
MAD?
Yeah, MAD capital M AD SAXXON 001.
All right, let's try that again. Let's go to Hillbillies.
He's under my welcome.
Boo, boo, boo. Looking. All right.
Yeah, that's it. Go to that screen, scroll up, and you'll see him.
Here you go. That friend. I sent you a link. Woo. All right. That was a lot of work.
Yep.
You're good.
And we're always off track. What are you talking about?
Surprised we haven't talked about food.
Exactly.
All right. So I did send you a link. You should be able to find me in Discord. You should join my Discord when you can. But to that link, you should be able to get here.
Yeah. I seen when you said at Max and
Yeah. Damn. Look at that. Did someone say honey? Someone said sticky buns. All right. Let's welcome Mad Saxon to Balt's Apprentice. Sticky buns.
so,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
Awesome.
There's an echo. I don't know if it's
Uh-oh.
the multiple mics on.
the stream going.
Uh-oh. There's multiple mics on it.
The stream going.
Uh-oh. Trust me, I've gone through this issue before myself, so
Yeah, me too.
Trust me, I've gone through this issue before myself. James, the cane at the sky, the rain that I pry, you yell at the sky.
When I'm doing this, I don't have YouTube on or anything on at all.
Right. I don't know how your setup is. Sometimes people just wear headsets to cover any audio sound from the computer, but I see you're using OBS.
Any better?
Let's see.
I can still hear something in the background, but it's a lot better.
Okay. Sorry about that. Might I'm not sure if it's a fan you're hearing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Now we hear our voices.
Shouldn't be any voices. Let me make sure everything is shut down here.
Yeah. I get it. Like OBS can be tricky when you're learning it. I don't know how long you've used it, but like one of my scenes has two mics, one from another scene and one when I shut off a scene. One time I had them both on, and it was a mad, crazy echo house.
Yeah. That's one reason why I use Streamlabs.
Mm-hmm. Streamlabs OBS is the same people who make OBS. The only difference is one's more friendly to the user and the other one's more of a learning curve. Same program.
Yeah, same program, but it seems like OBS Streamlabs is easier.
Right. You don't have to pay for OBS.
Right.
Yeah, that's why it's not as that's why it's not as friendly as Streamlabs. Streamlabs is made for the user, and that's why you can use it for free, but there's a pay option upgrade for those who are wondering.
I got the paid option, $20 a month.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can hear me all right without any background, or is there still stuff in the background?
There's one thing I hear in the background. Like I can hear myself echo. It's not as bad as earlier, but I don't know if you have the live on the. I don't know if you have the live playing on your laptop.
Yes, that's probably it then.
Right, mute that.
You sounded great.
Yeah, you sound amazing.
Well, I can't help that. That's just pure genius. Just kidding. So I'm looking at my settings. I'm making sure echo cancellation is on. Reduce background noise.
All you need is just one screen on.
Yep. It sounds like you took care of the echo.
Yep. Yeah, I don't hear no echo now.
Oops.
We lost him.
Device disconnected. Ooh, indeed better. Cosmic. All right. He's in the background.
Disconnected.
Back here. Hello.
Oh. Hello. Okay. Is this any better?
Yeah.
Hello. Let's see.
Okay. So I asked you guys about content creation and stuff. What else did you? So you started out basically just with what you had on hand and kind of built out from there.
Oh hell yeah! Like when I first started doing content creating, like I didn't have a good camera at all. In fact, I didn't really have a camera, and I had my old laptop's video. That
just
camera,
the
webcam on there, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the quality of it because like 1080p or less, And so I'd use Inkscape, and I would build frames. Like I'd build frames. I can actually show you an example. But like I used to build frames and do deck techs, but I got tired of doing deck techs because that's like 40 cards that you're talking about building frames for and trying to fill up time, and I make like 15-30 minute videos. Let's see, YouTube. I want to show you, like, we get to my stream, I can show you a progression. Ooh, it says I'm live. All right, videos.
You still have the
There's Echo.
yeah, do you still have the screen playing pivot?
Yes.
You might want to turn that off.
All right. Let's see here.
You don't want to watch the stream because you're in the stream.
All right. Get past these memes. My meme days were kind of embarrassing.
Lost him again.
All right. I'll bring him back.
And his voice sounded good and everything, but if you got the string playing, sometimes that throws in an echo.
Oh, now he's all the way back. So
I started mine out on a laptop.
all right.
And then after that, several years after that, I got me a gaming computer. And my laptop was a gaming computer, but yeah, I made content on it, and then I was able to get me a desktop gaming computer several years after that.
Okay.
Then camera and everything.
All right. So here's an old video I was doing. This was with a 1080p camera. Hello?
Hello.
Hey. So here's a video I did a long time ago for Jurassic Park, Archmage Joda Eternal Jurassic Park deck. But like this is one I actually had a 1080p camera, no focus. But see, what I want to get through is like this whole scene right here was all hand created on a digital program. All the text was entered, you know. And like I did all the frames. Like each highlight you're seeing here is a different frame.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Oh my gosh. That is no wonder that would be a nightmare.
Right. Then like this little animation here, Joda, the Archmage Eternal, he's like there's like one frame right there. That's one frame. Just all the little stuff.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know, so I do a lot to entertain people, but that's been like a couple weeks for what looks like a 16-minute video. And I don't know, like how many views did I get on here? 270 views out of 3 years.
Right.
It's insane. So I had to break the habit of doing that. Because it's like too much work.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So but I enjoyed it for what I did. Just when I learned I could do content differently, it made things a lot better. Like the evolution became more natural. The progression became more natural.
I gotcha. And in the meantime, as far as gameplay goes and stuff like that, how do you balance all your creation between the time you play?
So my days, for example, because I'm a stay-at-home husband, right? Mm-hmm. So in the mornings, I do my 11 o'clock show. Wednesdays, I have the Prime Tortoise. And I also on Fridays I have my game nights where I play video games. Anything else like my MTG3 videos, I'll break up through the week or a couple weeks because they're not guaranteed to be a weekly video anymore. So I'll spend time editing that through a couple days, so I don't have to overstress myself because I have to worry about making dinner. I got to worry about chores around the house, the lawn being mowed. So I break the time based off when people are asleep at home because my wife is a third shifter.
Oh, yikes!
So she sleeps during the day, like between 11 and 1 o'clock is the best time I have to stream like today. So that's why I created the show. Because most times when people want to stream, it's in the afternoon. But I had to get comfortable with trying something new.
Okay.
So then now I'm looking to start a game night where I play Commander with subscribers. Like
using spell table?
Or using spell table. I don't want to keep track of everybody's life like DJ does. I mean, I don't mind you keep track of my life. I appreciate the work you put into it, but I want to use spell table. It'd be so much easier. And I know how to get the setup done so I can record it, stream it, and play with people. But I want subscribers to feel like they're part of the channel and get to a point where they feel like we're close enough friends they want to bullshit.
Gotcha. What about you, Hillbilly?
Yeah.
When you're how do you balance your time out?
Yeah. I don't. I just get up early in the mornings and just start, doing my streams, playing my viewers. Try to make new decks for each day.
Do either of you play paper or no?
I play paper all the time I can. But I only got Commander.
Okay.
I don't play paper because it's not in my LGS, so ain't no way I need to play standard in my LGS. All they offer is Commander.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like playing with paper the most because it gives my hands something to shuffle. But I don't trust the digital shufflers very much because people get screwed by it all the time. But I'm too much of a control freak, anyways. I spent hours and days learning to shuffle as perfect as I can. I even made a video about it a long time ago, how to shuffle a deck, and I might make one just to me myself again. I can hold on. And remove that. Yeah. No, StreamYard. Boom. Hey, Dark. Really quick, Dark is into the house, and there's an agreement I have. Every time she shows her, she gets a shout out to her daughter, Karen's Artopia, where she makes price bag and accessories for your Magic Gathering content. Yes, there is Echo. We're managing what we got right now.
A lot of echoes.
If you need the stream on so you can hear us, what people normally do in that case, they plug in their headsets and wear those so they can hear the stream. And I don't know if that's a possibility because not all of us have headsets. Who wears headsets anymore?
Hold on 1 second. Let me grab my headset.
Boo. Screenception.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the echo gone?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
It's more controlled.
It's more controlled, but we still hear ourselves.
Like, is the headset plugged in, and the YouTube's going through the headset?
Hold on a second. I got.
James, this is what the stream sounds like inside of a tortoise shell. Echo, echo, echo. There's a lot of room in here, in here, in here.
I think come join us.
Man, you guys rock. Oh no. See, you can't get mad at this because he's learning how to do this himself. Like Default's learning how to do this, and he needs a gateway to learn. So it'd be rude just to be like, your video sucks. No, he's got to learn this stuff too. So we've been here, we all been there.
Yep. My day is going pretty good.
Sorry about that. Is this any better?
Nope. I just heard myself. Yeah, I just heard. Just hear myself.
It's like it sounds like the audio's coming through the laptop or computer still, like through the speakers, and that's what's going through the mic.
Gotcha. Anything any better now?
Hello.
Damn.
Hello. Now,
Can you hear me now?
I hear you fine. It's just I hear myself, and when Tortoise talks, I hear him.
Oh man. All right. Well, like I said, I'm sorry about screwing this thing up here, man.
You're not screwing anything up, dude. This is a learning curve. You need to learn this. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel bad. The whole point is about content creator and learning how to be a better content creator. So this is a step way to getting up there.
We've all been there. Couldn't tell you how many times I've done echo.
Right. So like if you go to this, all right. Woo! Getting excited here. Pumped up.
Sound like he had to me it seemed like he had the video going also.
Well, I think that's what's going on. Is the video's going. What I think is the headset, the audio is coming through the computer and through the headset. And you need the computer needs to not make sound. The audio needs to go strictly through the headset. That makes sense? Because I've had this problem before.
I got speakers turned on.
I'm trying to shut the audio off the computer.
So the best, like down in your audio options,
In your settings,
like speaker options, you should be able to choose your headsets as a way to put the audio. Like mine gives me options for the speakers to the Yeti
Oh,
computer.
all right. I think I got it now. I don't know. You tell me.
Do you got it? Yep,
Hello?
you did.
Hello. All righty.
Oh man.
And see that, boys and girls? That's
Trial by fire.
Oh yeah, and that's what you do. Stasis Orb, what's up? What's up?
What's up, Stasis Orb?
But you see, that's why you can't get mad. That's why you need someone who's willing to help you get up on your feet and learn these things.
I appreciate that for sure. Absolutely.
You go.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can go in. Yeah, and you can go down here into settings. Where you see the stream at, and let's see. I think no. I thought there was a way to change your name.
Like, for example, when I work on OBS and I'm working on things for the stream for the future, I have to go live and play around with it, you know, because I can't hear the sounds outside of YouTube. Like, I don't hear any sound through, like, my transition, my bumper,
Mm-hmm.
it makes a swoosh sound, but I don't hear that in the
Oh, I gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, he froze.
He froze.
He frozen.
froze. Yep,
He's
it's
like,
all baby steps, D. Lawson. Hello, D. Lawson. Woo woo.
all right.
But like I said earlier, to kind of keep up on theme, you know, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be new. It's okay to fuck up. We're gonna do it.
For sure. I guess not be so hard on yourself is the main thing.
Right.
Exactly. Because, you know, other people make the process perfect. But that's because they already been through the trial and errors. You know, some people pay for those trial and errors to be easier, but sometimes it's just easier to get it done. Like for example, I lost all my information because of a virus not too long ago on my computer.
Oh, yikes.
And luckily I had a hard drive that's built in my computer that's separate from my computer. Like it's an external hard drive built in the computer. So I like, what do you call that? An internal external? I have no clue. But it's external. So it wasn't affected. So I was able to move some, but I had to reset the main hard drive to get rid of the virus that was there. I lost all my programs. Then I had to re-download my programs, and I had to reset up my programs like OBS, and I had to reset up the settings and add new stuff to it, right?
Right.
So the point I'm getting at is the more we learn, the more efficient we get at it, and the more we can get back up on our feet.
That's right. You're starting from a place of experience. You're not starting over from scratch.
Exactly. And that's proof in the pudding that the work we put into what we do gets better. I've seen some of your stuff. I saw some of your memes that you do with your green screens and stuff, Tabalt.
Yeah.
Or Matt Saxon, however you want to be referred to.
Whatever. That's another thing right there from the get-go. If you are going to do content creation, best to think ahead just a little bit and tie all your stuff together. All of my stuff has come together through time and process and through different things. Like my TCG player store is Dark Ritual, but like I set that up maybe 7 years ago, long before I even started doing content for Magic. So that's one thing. I've been using Mad Saxon just for, well, that actually came from playing. The Mad Saxon came from Magic back in the early days when I first started playing, because I was one of the first players in our group to use Channel Fireball. So somebody said that I was the kind of guy that would cut their own arm off to beat you to death with it. So I just kind of ran with it. But then, like, I thought, like, what's the most, when I started doing Magic creation, I thought, like, what's the most hated planeswalker there is? I'm like, oh, it's going to be Tybalt. So I'll be Tybalt's apprentice. Because that's how I got into this, was because I was disillusioned with the game, because it felt like at the time, not everybody, but my play group and just other people that we played with, it felt like it was definitely, you know, people buying wins with expensive cards and stuff. It felt that way, even that. So I was getting down on playing Commander specifically, and other Magic in general, because I just felt like I couldn't keep up. But then I found a couple of other channels on YouTube, and they really showed me that budget players could like still make a difference if you have synergies in your deck. It doesn't really matter how expensive they are. It matters how good a deck you've built or how you've put things together. That's what really makes a difference. So I started beating people like that way or whatever. So that's why I put together Tybalt's Apprentice, just to kind of learn and to share. And it's been a journey, you know, getting there and stuff, but I'm still learning. I'm still, you know, trying to become part of the community and, you know, reach out and make a difference that way too, and help other people. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time to help me and join.
You're welcome.
No problem.
You're welcome. Yeah. But you know what though? I like about the budgeting decks. I have I kind of a joke that I've been playing around because it pisses Prime for 06 games off. Is board wipes increase the power level of a budget deck and their budget cards?
Yes, they do.
I'm like, Like if you're running a budget deck and you're trying to get your synergies off, but everybody else is overpowering you, board
Mhm.
wipe.
Yep.
Reset the
Yep.
board to your favor.
Yep.
That's how I do it.
Heck
Yeah.
with that. The heck with that. Just board white travel.
Yeah.
I'm tempted. I do got a child of Laura.
And one of the other things I was going to say that's kind of cool is Hillbilly actually got me into playing standard, just because whenever we would meet when we first met on Arena some time ago, he always had standard decks and I was always playing historic stuff. And it's
Right.
like, well, I should actually learn standard a little bit better so that I can play him next time that I'm on with him and stuff. So that got me into actually playing and learning and building a little bit more standard and stuff. So yeah, I appreciate that too.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Standard is a different beast.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I used to, I love standard when I used to play it. But like I love Commander because I love the singleton format aspect. Even though my wife is a constructed player to heart, like a 60 card constructed player for heart.
Mm-hmm.
But like I love Commander because every card has to be different, and you're always struggling to keep it to be the similar. Like I made a video a long time ago, and all of my videos back then they're good content, but very crappy production back in the day. But like I'd say the biggest trick that people try to do with Commander is try to make a lot of the cards do the same thing that are different. You know, trying to get that repetitive nature in a Commander deck, and that was a struggle.
Right.
But nowadays, it's not much of a struggle because you got help everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, and you've got a pool of cards that you can pull from that's pretty massive.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but like being a content creator, you really want to work with what you know first. Like start off with what you know, then as you're working with what you know, try to learn things you don't know and slowly, gradually get into that because that will change the way you are as a content creator. And change is okay. It's okay to change, everybody. It's okay to evolve as a creator. You know what I'm saying?
My biggest change came from COVID because my initial idea for Tybalt's Apprentice was interviewing other people, because as far as I was concerned, I was more interested in other people's decks and how they were playing and what they were playing. So I like to get other people in to talk about their deck. And I used to be able to film that at one of the local game stores, would let me come in and use that for a backdrop and to film there.
Yeah.
But right about the time I started ramping up there, COVID hit. So I had to completely change my content and rethink about what I was doing and everything else and stuff. So
right, it's not evolving.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's okay to evolve. But at the same time, you want to stick to how you feel about it. You know,
yeah.
If you feel good about it, keep doing it. If you don't feel good about it,
change something.
Yeah, change something. Like, and sometimes it's the little things that need to be changed, not the big things. You know, like the little things give you away. You know, and if you're feeling like, and I don't know if I'm trying to get too deep here, but if you feel like you need to change something, look at the little things, not the big things. You know, but if the big thing is needing to be changed, that will be the most prevalent thing to be changed.
Well, I was going to say that's almost the same thing as when you're building a deck of cards. Don't make massive changes to it. If your deck isn't working quite right, just tweak it a little bit. Change just a couple of cards instead of trying to swap out entire synergies and stuff.
Right. Oh yeah. Like my biggest problem when I'm building a deck that I find myself in most of the time is either I don't have enough draw or enough ramp, you know, for the colors I'm running. And that's usually what it comes down to, because there's so many good spells you want to play, so many awesome things you want to do, but then you find yourself at a weird balance. Like right now with my Naya deck, I'm working on. There's not enough ramp in it, and I'm working on that, and I'm trying to even it out because I don't want to put in too much ramp where all I'm doing is ramping, even though I'm running massive Eldrazi's. But like the kind of ramp, you know, sometimes you got to look at it different, because like there's the kind of ramp you want too, because like Like I want to get an Azusa, Lost but Seeking for this deck, and I want to get a Wayward Swordtooth and a couple other cards like that where you can just drop cards from your hand, lands from your hand. So my ramp could be natural lands because it's easier because to me, the way I think about it is getting those lands out into play is more important than the spells themselves all the time. And I can adjust a ratio of spells to land based on the Eldrazi sized creatures in my deck. It's trying to be creative and bend your strategy around what you want to do. And that's kind of a good lesson in content creators. You're trying to bend yourself to learn what you want to do, because not everything you're going to want to do is going to come naturally, because it's taken me hours to learn OBS. It's taken me hours to learn thumbnails. You got to dive into it, and if you really want something, you'll search for something.
True.
And
So go ahead.
one person that got me into playing Historic on Arena is here. It's D. Lawson. He got me into playing some historic decks.
Extort.
Mostly all I did was standard.
So how do we feel about net deckers, or is that a topic that you avoid, or what's the general feeling on that?
Well, let's put it this way, and I've said it before if you haven't heard it before. We live in an age where the internet solves everything too fast, too quick. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like before a set's even released, like Wilds of Eldraine, there's people who've already brewed up top tier decks.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They've already posted online. They've made videos about it. They made articles about it. You can't compete without looking at what other people are playing at least. And sometimes if you're good, like one time I did, when Muldrotha the Gravetide was in standard, I built a deck around her because I liked the reanimation. And by the time I was done with it, I'm like, hey, I wonder if anybody's made this deck. So I went searching for it and found out that I basically made a deck that everybody's been net decking. So net decking or not, it's become unavoidable if you want to be competitive.
Right.
Like my friend Andrew, like he's not a net decker by the original means of it, but he doesn't know how to build decks himself well, so he'll take inspiration from other people's decks. But some other people just take a list that they find online so they can compete in tournaments.
Right.
So the nature of the beast is how you evolve with net decking. I can't tell you how you're going to be as a person when it comes to net decking, but as long as you can learn the different strategies, who's going to care? If you're there to compete and have fun, bring your A game. If you can afford some of the cards on those expensive lists, well, you're going to buy those cards. I mean, how many times have I looked at a deck like my Turbo Fog deck? I got off online. I saw someone made a Turbo Fog deck when Innistrad was popular. And dude, I built the deck and I loved it. I would never have found that,
Yeah.
I ripped the list and I made some changes of my own for my meta.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I'm a Fog fanatic. I mean, all I did was draw on Fog and milled my opponents out.
Well, with me on that, I don't net deck. I take pride with my decks that I make in the arena. However, I let my viewers know, hey, if you want to try it, try it. I find more pride in me building a deck to actually work. I don't play meta. I don't climb the ladder to try to make that mythic rank on Rain or anything like that. I just play it just to have fun.
Right.
And I encourage my viewers to do the same. That way, if you make a deck and it works real good, you can have more pride. And you can be like, that's my baby. Nobody made that deck. That's my baby.
Right.
Just like before Wilds came out, I made this one deck. And I watched other content creators. I've never seen this deck built before. It was Boros. It was with just one red card. The rest of the cards was white. It's White Sun's Twilight. And like Dragon Spark Reactor.
Yeah.
Play Dragon Spark Reactor, which it builds up with artifacts. Well, you played that White Sun's Twilight, and you got 7 mana, wipes the board, and you get all those triggers on Dragon Spark Reactor. Then you go in and kill your opponent with your tokens, and then sack your Dragon Spark Reactor on the next turn. Boom, they're dead.
Nice.
Right. So Tortoise Stasis Orb says when you jump into a competitive play, you almost have to play the meta. You almost have to net deck basically. Robert says he's fine with net decking when competing. Outside of that, brew away with the janky combos.
Yes, indeed. Love my jank.
Oh yeah, jank's always fun. I'm a Timmy player. Even if you build a deck idea with so many people playing, someone is going to think of the same idea somewhere.
I agree with that. The good cards rise to the top always. So a lot of times you're going to come up with something you might think is, like you said, you might think is 100% yours, but surely somebody else out there has thought of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have not ran across my White Sun's Twilight deck at all.
Anywhere? Okay. That's
Nowhere.
cool.
DeLawson says he net decks to learn how to play it and beat it.
Yeah.
For sure. It took less than a week for people to break Orcish Bowmasters with flumps, right? But like you know, it's always fun to be janky.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
it's always fun. Like I said, I learned Turbo Fog off a net deck an idea. Like I took an idea off the internet. Later on, when Turbo Fog wasn't popular, I found another way to make a Turbo Fog deck. You know, that knowledge built me another jank combo. Like there's this card called Sunbond, right? And it says whenever a counter is put on a creature, draw a card. There's Horizon Chimera, who's a Simic Chimera that says when you draw a card, you gain a life. So, you know, right now you're gaining life. Sunbond says when you gain life, put a +1 on a counter creature. Then there's Fathom Mage, who's a Simic creature, who says whenever a +1 counter is placed on her, you may draw a card. Now it's kind of a watered down variation, but
right.
That was a way to draw your deck. And with that, I built a standard deck that was pretty decent. It was not top tier, but it was Turbo Fog, and there was a Sphinx out there that said you can discard like 2 cards from your hand to draw 4 cards. So I built this self-mill deck just out of Turbo Fog with no parent win condition. The whole point was to mill myself out before my opponent beat me. So I stole their win. And I played it at F&M's like crazy, and I loved it. Like there's times I won because you get a fat Fathom Mage if they couldn't take care of it, because every time you draw a card, you put a +1 counter on it,
right?
And every time +1 counter, you may draw a card, right? So I get like some big old Fathom Mage, and if they couldn't take care of it, I won, right? But most cases, just about decking myself out for fun, just to see if I get the combo off. But never be afraid to test things. You know, one time in standard, I made an all land deck with this Genesis card. I can't remember this card
Ultimatum.
name. No, it was an ultimatum. It was a mono green card that said reveal the top card of your library. If it's a permanent card, put it on the battlefield. And if it's a permanent, and you repeat the process until you hit a non-permanent card. So I can't remember the name of the card exactly, but it was an 8 mana costing card. But like all it was all land except that one copy of the card, and I played that for a couple weeks because I'd play the deck like I was actually playing a game, and it like pissed one guy off because he actually thought I had answers I never had because it's all land. But like I did it to learn the meta that I was playing against, and that's how I actually got into my Turbo Fog deck. Like the janky combo Turbo Fog deck I built. Like I wanted to see what people are playing, how I could play it, because back in this day you had Elspeth, Sun's Champion in standard, and the Jace combo where you search your opponent's library. This is what pissed my friend off here. He's a lawyer too, so it made it even funnier. was he was like he'd play a card and I'd stop, think, and made him think I had like a counter spell or something to react with, and I'd play, and he was slowly building up his board, like slowly building up the board, and he's like, I'm gonna make tokens, I'm gonna play this creature, and he's like, I'm gonna +1 Jace. Then when he got to the ultimate, it's like, I'm gonna search your deck for three creature cards and steal them, put on the battlefield. And he goes through my land based deck, and he's like, looks at me, he's like, don't you take the game seriously? I'm like, dude, it's just a game. And I'm laughing my ass off. And he tries to go to the store owner and complain, because this is a F&N tournament that we're playing. He goes to the store owner to complain. I mean, this dude's winning already, right?
Yeah, he's winning. What's the problem? I mean, I get it. I guess some people have limited time to play and they don't get out and stuff, so they get all bent out of shape. But like these days, when I talk to people, a lot of times it's my rule zero, or that discussion is, are you here to play commander? Or are you here to win? Because that kind of seems to be the dividing line.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's just ridiculous. Like, but like, the point of the story is that's when I didn't net deck. I didn't look at a deck online. I built stuff to learn the meta, and that took time. Net decking saves you lots of time. Like my only hope is if you're going to net deck, you're going to learn the deck. You're going to learn why it plays. There's so many things that make a deck good, especially in the standard environment. That's your removal. That's your draw spells or your draw abilities. That's your evasion. That's how fast you can go or how much control you can have. Those are the main things that make a standard deck good.
Right.
So are you going to learn from that? Are you just going to learn? Are you just going to play it and like try to be robotic? But I think naturally you're going to learn how a deck plays, because decks have like what I call personalities. Like sometimes they want to start fast, sometimes they want to start slow, sometimes they want to be fucking dorky and treat you like shit. Like depending on the hands you draw or how many times you have to mulligan. So the personality of a deck will shine through, because I think the deck, in a way, not really realistically, communicates with you how it's feeling. You're going to have a good game, like my Rafika the mini deck. It can win fast with infect. It can go slow without infect. It can go fast for regular combat damage. There's three different routes the deck can go right there, right? And you just never know how it's going to go.
Right.
Sometimes I have to play the long game.
Usually what I find myself doing is I'll start out with a net deck just because I don't have the time to brew since everything else is going on. But I'll start out for the net deck, but then I tweak it to my personality, because there's some cards some synergies that I just can't get behind or don't feel right for me. So I usually find out I have to take a net deck and then arguably improve it or make it work for me.
Right.
Yeah. I throw a couple of my pet cards in there or something else,
Always have a pet card.
Well, if you change the deck, it's not. I don't consider that being a net deck.
Right.
To be honest.
If you're playing just a straight list of somebody else's and trying to force that wins with that, then that's different than tweaking it some and making it your own.
Well, here's a weird piece of advice. How are you going to build a house without a blueprint? You know what I'm saying? Right. Especially in the competitive scene.
Yeah.
You need a blueprint. Not everybody's experienced and well rehearsed in Magic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And depending on the player, because there are some people who are just diehard, want to be competitive and get into the game. All right, let's see. Stay Sorb says there was a guy who played Dragonstorm at GP without the Borgona Hellkites just to see how many times he get by just by casting Dragonstorm. He made it up to 4 wins because people caught on. Laugh aloud. That's what happened with one of my land deck. Is after so many rounds, people caught on to that deck. And they're like, oh, I'm playing against you. I get the automatic win. Sweet. But you know what? Don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
just don't be an asshole about it. Like, if you're gonna net deck, don't get mad if you don't win.
Right. You're not guaranteed to win just because you did that.
Right. Top tier deck doesn't mean your skill level is top tier. You know, especially learning curve. Not all top tier players are super amazing players. Like my friend Stasis Orb has a story about how he beat what's his face? He talked about it the other day. Andrew, who was it you beat that wrote an article about it that you beat one game? Very popular streamer, very popular Magic card content creator. Beat him once. LSV, Luis Scott Vargas. Yeah. He beat Luis Vargas once. And, not too big of a story, but it's just proof that even the professional players are fallible at some point. They're not always playing top tier. Pro player. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's over the long run, not the short game.
Right. It's about the experience. It's about the experience and the journey, not the destination. The destination is a reward in competitive Magic. It's very right. Very right. It's so right. So right. I'm kidding. Going crazy because it is actually about time I have to get off the stream and start doing stuff around the house.
Yep.
But I don't feel like we had enough time with you, Tybalt.
I will try to come back, and I will try not to be such a pain.
No, it's fine. You got to learn.
And that's it. Next time, I'll grab my headphones right from the jump.
All right.
Way I enter here, I'll just go straight to Discord, click on the link, then it pops up.
All right.
Yeah. So every time I do Discord, whenever I do a stream like this in the morning, I have to resend you a link because the links are never the same.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. I'll try to join you guys again if you'll have me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, that, boys and girls, it's time for me to go. Have a great day, all. Thank you, Hillbilly. Thank you, Matt Saxon. Thank you. Hope the stream was good. I mean, we had, what was it? Like 24 people visit, stop by, say hi, 9 likes on the video. Thank you for liking the video. And I promised you earlier that I'd show my wife's intro again, so I'm going to show that before I end the stream because I worked hard on it, damn it, so I could
It looks good, real good.
Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
Well, there you go, everybody.
Cool.
Have a wonderful day.
Peace.
Well, you're welcome. We'll have you again.
All right.